It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Moments away at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. And, Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The crowd has assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Wizards will kick off their road trip right here. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
This team has already played well, and it really does believe that it can get its business taken care of on the road also. So they don't have any worries when they go away from home. They have a trust that they can get the job done.
Let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Brooks.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thank you, David. And tonight's topic, the 7-game playoff series. You look at college, the one-and-done format does add some suspense, instant elimination. But, Doris, would you like to see the NBA shorten the length of any of the playoff series?
No, Kevin, as you know, there was a time in the NBA where the early rounds were 5 games, so you only had to win 3. To be honest with you, I think the best measure of a series is who is the best of 7. I like the format. I know that we need to figure out maybe the starting date as moving that back a little bit earlier, but I like the playoff series as is.
If it is a 7-game series, it, to me, gives legitimacy. That's the team that should be moving on.
There's no question about it.
And now Washington starting group. Porter and Morris, the duo at forward. The always dangerous Wall and Beal, the backcourt. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Wall. Shot clock at 5. Tries again, and it's Gortat getting it to go. Gortat's got the first points up on the board for the Wizards.
That's called battling your way for the second chance opportunity. Gortat is a real handful.
There's the screen. Outside Teague. And off the glass. That one's good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside, Wall. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Great anticipation, just a little late getting his hand in there.
And so it's Washington with it. Morris. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he has the frame and the aggressiveness to take on contact. Morris finishing the play and one. Well, just watch Markieff Morris play, and you can see why he's such a threat in the front court. He's got the size and speed to guard either the 3 or the 4, and that gives you options as a coach defensively. Very smooth, easy jump shot. This is a really talented big.
Now here's Turner. He had 15 points last outing. There's the triple. And it's George missing. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Thunder.
You're not always going to shoot it as well as they did from three-point range to win that game, but it certainly doesn't hurt. And in that game, boy, did they shoot it lights out from beyond.
Oh, no question. It's one thing to be prolific from downtown because you've taken a lot of shots, but they were accurate, and that is the crucial aspect.
And here is Teague after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal.
1 for 4 right now. A little sluggish coming out of the gate.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now, here is Morris. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City. Outside, George. And it's George again missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Wall a screen on Teague. Stolen by Miles. Wide open look. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Miles has got his first basket.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Tipped away. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Indiana moving it around. And Turner kicks to George. George missing again.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Morris. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, when you see Markieff Morris, you can't help but think about what went down in Phoenix with him. There certainly was some fighting going on between him and other teammates. He demanded a trade several times, eventually just taken out of the rotation, even though his skill was good enough to be on the floor.
With Morris and his Phoenix exit, eventually, Doris, he was traded to the Wizards, and that was a move that was probably best for everyone involved.
Right, Kevin. It made you wonder why they didn't do it sooner. Things started to go south in Phoenix when Markieff felt betrayed by the organization for trading his brother away. And luckily, all that's in the past, and Markieff can focus on just playing basketball.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Now here's Teague. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
5 to shoot. And it's George again missing.
At some point, he has to stop shooting. How is this helping his team?
The shot's good. Gortat's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, make no mistake, this guy a high percentage finisher inside. Gortat can finish with either power or finesse.
Turner passes to Miles. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside, Wall. Morris with a screen on Teague. Now Wall. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
Now George. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Here's Turner. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, clear breakdown on defense. They're fortunate that he didn't make them pay.
Wall with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Beal can't get it to go.
You know, the defense will not make that mistake again because next time he's going to knock that thing down.
The shot by George, wide open. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
As off as he's been this quarter, it's not helping them to trim the deficit.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Dishes to Gortat. Beal against Allen. Wing shot on the way. That doesn't go either for Beal.
You know, it's been hard for him to find the range this quarter, but I do like his aggressiveness.
And here is Teague. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Wizards leading by 5. Outside, Wall. Pass to Beal. Beal can't get that one to fall.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Teague against Wall. From the wing. Rebounded by the Wizards.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Wasted no time on that one. Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Well, this was a competitive game, and it looked like it would end a lot closer. But that's the home court advantage kicking in, those extra points down the stretch.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Jefferson comes in for Allen. Robinson's checked in for George. And it's Ellis in for C.J. Miles. And a switcher also for Washington. Satoransky's checked in. Here's Teague. And the Wizards looking to build a new practice facility south of the Verizon Center on the grounds of the former St. Elizabeth's Hospital. Doors expected to be completed in 2018.
And Kevin, this is a project that will include housing and retail space, a 5,000-seat arena for the women's basketball team. Nice to see some development in a neighborhood, Ward 8, that could use the extra tax dollars.
Indiana shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And the first one drops. Of course, you've been around the game since a very early age. You've seen the growth of women's basketball. What are your thoughts on where we find that particular segment of the game now?
You know, I think what's amazing is that college women's basketball is actually greater in popularity from a national standpoint than the WNBA. And
is it really?
It is, Kevin, in terms of television ratings and in-arena support. And it surprises me because the game and the growth of the WNBA is significant in this, its 20th anniversary. The athletes are better, they're stronger, they're faster, they're more skilled. I wish people would give the WNBA another look.
Now, here's Burke. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. Shot clock at 6. Here's Satoransky. And again, Washington with the triple.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Brooks outside. In the corner, it's Robinson. Good on the three-point shot.
And how about that? Responding to a three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Boy, this feels like a developing game of one-upsmanship. Love to see teams try to outdo each other like this.
Here's Satoransky after Indiana gets the three. Back to Burke. Screen by Smith. Second chance shot. Here's Morris. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Wizards shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Free throw good for Morris. And Doris, many players have said the league has become softer over the years. In your view, has the league moved away from a physical brand of basketball?
Well, because you've been calling this league longer than I have, I'm throwing this question back at you. You look at a guy with the frame and game of Steph Curry. Could he have been successful in the era that the New York Knicks and the Miami Heat were basically hand-to-hand combat on a nightly basis?
I think he would have found a way. I think it would have been more difficult. Whether he'd be as prolific as now, I don't know. I think the game has the essence of all the best parts of the physicality without being the drudgery of every play being hand-to-hand combat.
I think as a fan, I would agree, because the Showtime Lakers were my favorite team growing up. They played with pace. They played with fluidity. You had the back-to-the-basket center. You had the hyper-athletic power forward. You had Michael Cooper guarding, and you had Byron Scott shooting the ball. I think they had every aspect that you could enjoy from a team standpoint.
Good perspective. Back to Smith. Wizards passing it around. Stolen by Serafin. And, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Here's Oubre. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Oubre's got his first basket.
Already seizing control of this game.
Two teams in very different modes right now. One playing with energy and passion at both ends, and the other wishing for a reset button on this game.
And one of the more aggressive teams in the league this past offseason, looking to adjust their roster, the Indiana Pacers. I mean, the trade for Jeff Teague, another for Thaddeus Young, the signing of Al Jefferson. It's going to be interesting to see how all these new players gel in Nate McMillan's system.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Jason Smith. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Wizards.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
Outside, Robinson. Screen by Ellis. Here's Jefferson. And a missed layup. And Jeff Teague of Atlanta, and now of Indiana, more of a playmaking point guard. That's something the Pacers have lacked for a long time, Gio.
Yeah, and he's a guy who looks to push the ball aggressively in transition. And that's something, as you mentioned, the Pacers have been trying to do. Thaddeus Young, another player who fits that mold. Jefferson, more of a half court, but I think he gives them a nice option there with that second unit.
And the Wizards with possession. The Pacers making the shot. Morris outside. Oubre. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And Kelly Oubre, the Kansas Jayhawk product, still a very raw player, but the team, Doris, has high hopes for him, and he'll show flashes of what he's capable of doing when he's on the floor.
I think, Kevin, with Oubre, what you like is how well he can finish at the rim. He has got great lift, gets off the ground quickly, which is a huge help to being able to finish inside. And you like the manner in which he aggressively attacks the rim. He plays with so little hesitation.
Now here's Serafin. 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. that shot off, and it's Washington the other way. Last time they met was in Washington.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Two things are a product of that. One, you shoot a ton of freebies. Two, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those two things is going to work.
Burke can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 12. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. And Indiana, another three. Washington's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Thornton against Robinson. At the elbow, Oubre. Here's Satoransky. And again, Washington no good.
Almost seemed like he was overthinking that shot. Such a wide open look.
Brooks outside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. 17 seconds left in the first. Here's Burke looking for his first basket still in this one. Morris outside. From the arc. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. Wizards lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known for his appetite.
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals. You know, like some people eat 1 meal and the second meal you get to go home. He really finishes 2 meals at one time, and it'd be like, there's no way you about to eat that. So he likes to eat a lot, and he does a great job finishing it.
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it, and it's an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anyone could scarf up that much food and still go out and play.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Well, they trust each other, and that's something you establish in practice and in games, and you don't see a ton of miscommunication out there.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. All out there with Thornton. Then it's Gortat. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Porter in at the 4-man position.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Now here's Wall. Beal dishes to Gortat. Clock at 6. Here's Porter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, if Porter realizes how close the defense is on him, he simply gets the contact, still knocking down the shot too.
And one reason why Otto Porter saw a huge increase in his role is that, Doris, he was able to develop a three-point shot that had teams, giving him a lot of respect, and then they had to adjust to. He was always strong going to the rim, but now defenses had to follow him out to that three-point line.
Well, as you know, Kevin, having a consistent three is such a big deal now for perimeter players. Porter at 6'8" has a smooth release and no problem shooting over the arms of smaller defenders who might rotate to him. And he's developed a nice little pull-up shot. If teams ever overextend, he can just step back and knock down a two.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Kevin Seraphin, and it's C.J. Miles in for Robinson. And so he makes both from the line.
You guys look at a guy like Otto Porter, and it seems like he's coming into his own in this league. He scuffled a bit, certainly, in his first season, but a key piece for this group moving forward.
Now here's Teague. There's the feed to Turner. There's the dish to George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lavoy Allen. That's foul number 2 for him. Wizards leading by 11. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Gortat against Turner. Porter a screen on George. Goes up the baseline. Here's Wall. And he gets it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
That's good from Wall. And last season, John Wall said he felt that he is a top 3 point guard in the NBA. While he certainly is up there, that is a pretty bold statement to make. So that being said, Doris, where do you feel he falls?
Well, you know, this is an interesting time in the NBA. Some call it the golden age of point guards, and most will agree he is a top 6 or 7 point guard and has some areas he can improve on. And with how his career arc is trending, I would say he's very close to being a top 3 point guard in the league, just not quite there yet.
Looking for Gortat. He gets it there. Count it from 12. Gortat's got the lead up to 14 now for the Wizards.
Well, you can't fault the effort on defense, but Gortat sometimes simply too good from there. They're just a nice stroke from that range.
And George kicks to Teague. Turner with the screen. Teague the pass to Turner. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Thornton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Wall kicks to Gortat. The offensive rebound. Now Wall. They set the pick. Porter with the screen for Wall. Outside Beal. Second chance shot. Excellent D there from Allen.
Boy, his shot's a little off tonight, but they're out in front because other guys are stepping up.
Shoots from 14.
Now you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
Count that one.
You know, the putback there, a product of his strong effort on the glass. Never gave up on that play.
Washington leading now by 10. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Timeout called the Pacers. Doris, we have some prolific big men right now in the game. Who is the best post player, you think, in the league?
I think, you know, surprisingly, and a guy who's not getting on national television too much, to me, it's DeMarcus Cousins.
I like that.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy who can play with his back to the basket, is going to require at least 2 defenders if you're going to try to check him, but he can also step away and make shots. What I'm anxious to see is, does DeMarcus Cousins mature, and does he ever get Sacramento to a place or go somewhere else where his game can be more well-known across the country?
Well said. Do you think he's as difficult to coach as it appears from a distance?
You know, I think he's a hyper-competitive guy, and whoever coaches him is going to have as strong a personality as he does.
Spoken like a former coach. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Washington.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Marcin Gortat. the past month has been surreal. 4th in field goal percentage. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Miles dishes to Teague. And Turner kicks to Allen. They set the screen. He feeds it to Teague. Indiana again missing.
They're trying to cut this lead, but he's shooting them right out of it.
Time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, got an update from the Wizards' head athletic trainer. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
All right, David, and folks, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
Yeah, his fortitude is tremendous. He's going to keep rehabilitating at the highest level until he's back out there with his teammates.
For Indiana, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first free throw is good. And Allen drops them both.
There's so much discussion, right, that the Wizards would try to attract Kevin Durant, a Baltimore native, back to his home franchise. In the end, I don't think missing the playoffs lent itself to the best recruiting pitch.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
I mean, outstanding finish inside against a defender that basically towers over him.
Wall, that's good. And with no Kevin Durant, now, Doris, what's plan B for the Wizards?
Well, I think they have to find a way to be better than the sum of their parts, Kevin. There's no magic cure. They've just got to get better and, most importantly, find a way to stay healthy.
Here's Allen, following the basket by John Wall. They get it back. From deep, Miles drains it from beyond the arc. Miles has got 8.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Now here's Wall. 12 points for him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Wizards lead by 16. Teague the pass to Allen. Back to Teague. Allen a screen on Porter. Teague. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Beal passes to Wall. Back to Beal. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Wizards leading by 13. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Jefferson is now well known for his footwork, but he says he was a willing student when he first broke into the league. He said, when I got to Boston, I stole Paul Pierce's ball fake. In Minnesota, Tom Gugliotta used to kick my butt every day in practice with his turnaround jumper, so I stole that. Everyone I go against, if I like something they do, I steal it. Put it in my own form. Kevin?
Imitation, the highest form of flattery. Thanks, D.A. Indiana making some changes. Jefferson comes in for Miles Turner, and it's Ellison for Jeff Teague. Oubre's checked in for Washington. Satoransky comes in for Bradley Beal. Free throw, good, Allen. And so many former players do go into broadcasting after their playing days in Doris. When did you know that was a possibility for you?
Oh, I fell into this business, Kevin. Make no mistake, because I'll tell you, I had it all going on in college. Bad hair, bad clothes, bad teeth, you name it. Only thing I cared about in college was whether my jumper could match my dribble drive.
But you made the great transformation.
I'll tell you, I fell into it. I left coaching at Providence, and they put their games on radio and said, hey, why don't you give this a try? And little by little, sure, a little bit here, a little bit there, and next thing you know, I'm calling NBA games.
And we know coaches are so prepared. It comes out in your broadcast, too. I'm sure you have the same mindset toward broadcast that you did coaching.
Well, I think, if you're going to have any kind of success in life, it's about how much are you willing to pour into what you do. And because the game has always meant so much to me, you know how it is. We don't consider what we do work.
Right.
Preparation is fun. Watching games is fun. Calling games is fun.
Well, it comes out in your broadcasts. Now here's Brooks. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the pass to Miles. They double him with Wall. On the wing, Ellis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good with the wing jumper.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Wall dishes to Morris. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Morris has got 10 points.
But how about the efforts and instincts and hustle on the pick and roll by Morris? Nicely done.
There's a good screen. Brooks kicks to Jefferson. Low block shot on the way. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Wizards leading by 12. Wall with it. 17 points in the game. Screen by Smith. Satoransky the pass to Morris. It's stolen by Morris. To the inside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 12 points for him.
Well, there's no question about why they're up. His accuracy has been phenomenal tonight.
Ellis outside. Feeds it to Miles. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Smith. And that one comes up a bit short.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Now here's Jefferson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Miles. Good work defensively by Morris. Washington's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Count that bucket. Satoransky's got his second bucket tonight.
Now we come to expect John Wall will make the right play, creates yet another open look.
Brooks outside. Down low. It's taken away by Smith. Wall wide open. They grab their own miss. Down low. Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Launches the three, and the three ball is good. George has got 7 points in the game.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Now here's Wall. 17 points in the game. To the paint, stolen by Brooks. Now the Pacers moving it up. Brooks has got the ball, and he gets the bucket. And it's 9 points for Paul George.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And Wall kicks to Satoransky. Releases. Pacers with the rebound. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. They set the pick. Screen by Jefferson. From deep, George. That one misses. And the Wizards now going the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Wall, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Screen by Jefferson. Here's Brooks. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Morris a screen. Here's Wall. Again, the miss by Wall. Pacers trail by 11. Here's George. That doesn't go either for George. 52 seconds left in the first half. And Wall kicks to Smith. There's the screen. He dishes it to Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Oubre. 14 points for Markieff Morris.
Well, there's the intensity of Morris. Playing angry, finishing through contact. Nice.
Outside, George. Drops in the layup for 2. George has got 11 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Smith kicks to Oubre. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And so that's the end of the first half. Washington out in front, up by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
John Wall can come at a defense in all kinds of ways. We're seeing that again here. He stumped them. They cannot get him under wraps. And as effective as he's been offensively, that just opens up the passing lanes for him in the second half. He's a great passer. And that's a scary proposition because Wall is a great passer. I know I already said that, Ernie. So what?
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go. We, and I mean the three of us, will be right here after the final buzzer.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Well, I liked his composure. You don't identify him as a natural playmaker, but he's worked on it, and certainly it has come in handy tonight.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Pacers, C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Turner is out there with Allen, and it's Teague in at the guard position.
I like the mentality by Beal. Takes it inside, mixes it up a little bit. Nice. You know, I think with the injuries that Bradley Beal has had to deal with in his career, it has taken a toll on his development. He's never played a full season in the NBA, and it's pretty hard to maximize your game when you're always fighting back from injury.
The first one falls. With Beal, he said himself that he might need to be on a minute restriction for the rest of his career. Doris, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not, Kevin. And in the past, Beal has played quite a bit every time he's been available, so this would be a tough adjustment if that happens. For Beal, you need to do whatever it takes to stay healthy on the floor. He's a big-time talent, but he can't help his team if he's injured more often than not.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Well, for Bradley Beal, he's just an incredible three-point shooter, and Doris always has been since he came into the league out of Florida after growing up in the St. Louis area.
Well, think about this, Kevin. Beal has never averaged less than 4 three-point attempts a game in his career. This is one of the most consistent three-point threats in the NBA, and his shot is effortless. With how well this guy shoots, you almost wish he could shoot more often and see how far he can take his game.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. And the Wizards with possession. At one point, they led by 16. Morris a screen. Beal gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 8 points for Bradley Beal.
Oh, a bone-jarring screen from Gortat, and that frees the shooter.
Turner with a screen on Porter. And here's George for 3.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
I'll tell you what, though, he'll take that every time. That's a great look.
Morris dishes the Wall. Great D that time from T.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
To the middle, Porter with the steal. To the inside, here's Wall. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
This guy lightning fast in the open court. It's hard to keep up with John Wall.
George passes to Allen. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Teague can't hit.
Just have to shake that miss off. He knows he can make it.
Wall against Teague. High arcing shot, and it's Miles with the rebound. Pacers trail by 14. Turner with the screen. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Beal from long range, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 6 assists here tonight.
How quick is that release? And it's 3 on the board. Beal doing what he does best.
Now here's Teague. They set the pick. The 3 from George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 14.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Boy, this feels like a developing game of one-upsmanship. Love to see teams try to outdo each other like this.
It's good.
You can see the satisfaction John Wall takes in making those jumpers. He continues to improve in that area.
And the Pacers call time here.
We all know John Wall has been the subject of media scrutiny during his tenure in D.C., and so much expected out of him that when the team comes up short, obviously the blame falls on him. He is the leader, but sometimes it feels as if he's the only player to get blamed.
Robinson's checked in for Indiana. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Trey Burke's checked in for John Wall. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Well, with Wall in the media, Wall himself said that he'll make sure to read every critical piece about him. The thinking is, Dorsey can't just read articles when you're playing well. He'll use any criticism as motivation.
And isn't that, Kevin, exactly what the great players do? They find motivation wherever they can. And I think you have to give credit to John Wall for not shying away from criticism, right? What makes you get better other than when people are challenging you?
Washington leading now by 16. Outside, Beal. Back to Burke. Pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Morris. Here's Gortat. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Robinson dishes to Teague. Gortat against Turner. Nails the 16-footer. Turner's got 6.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look from mid-range for someone with his size and his touch.
Now here's Burke. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. They get it back. Here's Beal. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
He's gotten a little bit more selective with his two-point jumpers, but that's a shot Beal hits with regularity.
Allen against Morris. Allen kicks to Teague. Here's Turner. Gortat with the defensive effort.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Porter. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Robinson with it. Now Beal defending. Robinson kicks to Allen. Teague up top. From 13, Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Porter in the corner. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 9 rebounds now tonight. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Beal against Robinson. Outside, Beal. He kicks it to Gortat. From 13 feet, it goes down. He's got 10.
Now listen, this guy's got the green light at any time, but Beal with the nice look to set up the open shot.
Right side, Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Throwing it down that emphatically energizes the whole team, and that can be a huge shift in momentum.
Pacers trail by 14. Robinson for 3. Gortat with the rebound. Back to Porter. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Well, how about the athleticism of Otto Porter on full display there?
T kicks to Allen. Outside, George. Dishes to Teague. Pass to Turner. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Turner's got 6 in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Morris. Pacers with the rebound. George passes to Teague. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Washington fast break. Got that bucket in no time at all. Burke's got his first bucket of the night. Pacers trail by 16. And here is Teague. Right side Turner. Doesn't go that time. And Washington the other way now. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. And Gortat with the stuff.
I'll tell you, if you get Gortat that close to the rim, he is going to finish with the jam. So big, so hard to stop around there.
Now, here is Robinson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. T kicks to Turner. Gortat with the steal. Pulls it up. Burke can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. In fourth, the Wizards.
Now, they've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Outside Turner. Outside George.
I'll tell you, they're fighting the good fight, but he's not helping a difficult situation by missing this way. Just has a tremendous nose for the ball, buried his way into position, and got the putback.
Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Indiana. Ellis comes in for George. Then for the Wizards, Kelly Oubre's checked in for Morris. Thornton comes in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for Trey Burke. Washington leading now by 15. And Satoransky kicks to Gortat. Robinson against Beal. He sinks the 11-footer. Beal's got 10 points in just the second half.
But you talk about rhythm. He's lighting it up in this quarter, fueling this lead.
Here's Teague. Gortat with the defensive effort. Washington has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Satoransky. Drains it from beyond the arc. Satoransky's got his third bucket of the night.
You really like to see Beal getting involved with those passes, guys. He's all about the team.
T kicks to Ellis. Allen with the screen for Ellis. The floater. He lays it in. Ellis has got his second basket of the night.
Went with the teardrop, and the timing had to be just right on the release, and it was.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. And guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you. Here's Satoransky. The Pacers making the shot. Beal dishes to Gortat. And the shot goes in. Gortat's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, working as hard as he can on the offensive end, and he's willing points for this team.
Well, you just have to love the motor of Gortat. Always is moving to open space doors, keeping the defense on their toes. And when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be crashing.
Well, I think, Kevin, you would agree that very few other big men move as much as Gortat. He's got great timing on when to dive in for a rebound, and his movement creates so much chaos for opponents. And I think it also opens up opportunities for the guys around him.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 13th in scoring, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
Now you look at the physical gifts for Kelly Oubre. 6'7", but with a 7'2" wingspan. He's a terrific leaper, and he's got great potential defensively.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jefferson comes in for Allen, and it's C.J. Miles in for Jeff Teague. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Smith checked in for Bradley Beal. Pacers trail by 17. And here's Miles outside. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Inside, here's Gortat. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, just looking at Marcin Gortat in his career, it's hard to find a more consistent player at that center spot. You know, he always shoots an efficient rate from the floor, doesn't miss a lot of time due to injuries, and you can always expect him to be available.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. With Gortat, he's been a double-double machine for teams ever since he became a starter.
Well, I think it just speaks to the effort that Gortat gives on the floor, Kevin. You know he's going to use that great footwork to get you scores from the low box. And you also like that he can get you production without needing the offense to run through him.
And the Wizards making a change here. Wall's checked in.
Well, great lineage for Gortat. His father was an Olympic boxer. His mother played volleyball on the Polish national team.
Now, here is Robinson. They set the screen. Back to Jefferson. Poked loose. Oubre with the steal. Outside, Wall. To the paint. It's rebounded by Serafin.
You know, tried to do it there instead of look for his teammates, and I think he'll pass the next time.
Robinson. Rebound by the Wizards. Gortat's got 11 rebounds in the game. Wall passes to Thornton. Wall against Ellis. And Wall kicks to Oubre. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Here's Ellis. 5 points in the game. And there's the feed to Jefferson. 3 seconds left. Off target with that shot. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Wizards lead by 19. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Pacers trail by 19. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Otto Porter Jr., Thornton out there with Wall. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Oubre in at the 4 spot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Wall. He's looking for Thornton and finds him. Here's Morris. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Now, the thing about Markieff Morris, he does a terrific job converting inside.
Ellis dishes to Jefferson. Oubre pulls it in. Oubre's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Wall passes to Oubre. The dish to Porter. From downtown. And again, Washington with the triple.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
Especially to him. They need to show a lot more energy and activity at the defensive end if they hope to trim this lead.
Jefferson, that's good. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. And Wall kicks to Morris. One of the topics, Doris, that's come up recently relates to the NBA scheduling, with all the talk of trying to delete these back-to-back games. Players don't want it. Their performance isn't good. A lot of them will sit and rest, which is kind of cheating the fan that pays a lot of money to go see a big star play, and then he's not going to play because it's the 3rd and 4 nights.
Correct. And you and I have talked about this. You can shorten the exhibition season, Kevin. Go from 10 to 12 to down to 3 to 4. I think that the teams will benefit from that. You can start the season just a little bit earlier. It's so crucial that the NBA product be as good as it should be, and the way to do that is to make sure 4 and 5 and back-to-backs are reduced to the greatest measure possible.
You don't run a championship horse day after day, night after night.
I'm not cracking the whip on you or anybody else.
But you play every other day? That is a horse you can ride. Turner's checked in for Indiana. Teague comes in for C.J. Miles. Beal's checked in for Washington. Turner with the screen. Here's Ellis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, Greg, Monte Ellis, one of the most dangerous and prolific slashers in the league.
Yeah, at just 6'3", he's still a terrific athlete and a dynamic finisher at that size. Ellis needs the ball, though, in his hands to be most effective because he can make things happen.
First free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
George is checked in for Robinson. Gortat's checked in for Washington. And so Monte Ellis nails both of them. Wizards leading by 18. Lets it go from the wing, and it comes off the front of the rim. Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Seraphin kicks to Ellis. Indiana moving it around. Here's Turner. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Washington's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Morris kicks to Beal. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Ellis outside. Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 ball. Cans it from downtown.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
To the paint, stolen by Seraphin. Now here comes Teague, leading the break. Here's Turner. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Morris with the screen for Beal. Here's Wall. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Indiana now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Teague with a clean look. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And when Teague is knocking down the pull-up Jays, it's just devastating for defenders. There is no slowing.
Wall dishes to Beal. Gortat with a screen on Ellis. And again, Washington no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Now Teague. To the middle. Here's Turner. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Wizards leading by 10. They get a hand on it. Turner with the steal. Jeff Teague again. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Fires, high post. A nice shot by Wall. And the Wizards lead by 10.
Now, this is a big-time offensive game right now. Wall is giving the defense everything they can handle.
Ellis with it. Rebound by the Wizards.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, he took a solid angle, didn't block the attempt, but still forced the miss.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Beal.
Third pick back in 2012 after 1 season at Florida. Beal is one to watch. Such an exciting talent.
Lavoy Allen's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And both free throws good for Beal. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Ellis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Boy, did an excellent job to hit the moving target with the lead pass. That was simply perfectly placed.
Here's Gortat, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, this guy will mix it up on the interior. Gortat will get some freebies.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gortat. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pacers trail by 12. T kicks to Allen. Outside, George. Back to Allen. It's Ellis on the wing. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. The Pacers making a change here. Miles is checked in. And Turner kicks to Miles. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Miles has got it back down to within single digits for Indiana. Outside, Beal. And Wall kicks to Gortat. That one good for 2. Gortat's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, that's just intelligent basketball. Put that pass exactly where it needed to go to set up the shot.
Allen passes to George. Allen, a screen on Porter. And George, here we go. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
This guy is such an offensive talent. The points will always be there for him. That much we know.
Teague against Wall. He feeds it to Gortat. Passes it to Porter. To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Allen. George against Porter. George dishes to Teague. Back to George. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside for Beal. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers trail by 7. Miles with it. Now Beal defending. And it's Miles missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
Here's Teague. Wall with some nice defense. Washington leading now by 7. Right side, Beal. Makes it off the glass. Beal's got 19 points.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
Teague kicks to Allen. And there's the pass to George. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Porter. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And it's an 11-point Washington lead.
I mean, you're right. Something has to change in their defensive approach. They're making things far too hard on themselves right now.
Allen passes to George. Indiana again missing. For Washington, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Morris kicks to Beal. Morris with a screen on George. Beal dishes to Morris. 6 to shoot. And here's Wall outside. Kept alive by Washington.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Feeds it to Morris. Second shot opportunity. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And that's now 18 points for Markieff Morris. Teague kicks to Allen. Chalk up 2 there.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Wizards leading by 11. And here's Wall. The shot from 20 feet away. Up again. And the second chance ever by Gortat. Gortat's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And with the emergence of Dennis Schroeder as a viable starting point guard in Atlanta, the stage was set for Jeff Teague to be traded elsewhere.
Yeah, and Teague is a player who rightfully drew a lot of interest around the league. An athletic slasher and dangerous pick-and-roll operator. You knew he'd land on his feet.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys.
Now, here is George. Now, here's Teague.
I'm open!
He dishes it to Miles. Fires at the elbow. The shot by Turner, no good. Wizards leading by 13. Morris kicks to Beal. Wall passes to Gortat. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He should have made that, guys. The defense was okay, but he had no excuse not to finish.
And it's Miles missing. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. They grabbed their own miss. Gortat. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, Gortat only averages about 2 free throws a game for his career. And for a guy who plays as physically as he does, that's pretty surprising.
And he can't get the first one. No luck that time either. Pacers trail by 13. It's stolen by Morris. Fires from 18. Offensive rebound. Here's Gortat. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Marcin Gortat. Pacers trail by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Wizards.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series. And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Morris.
He had a major impact on the glass. He was such a huge effort guy all night long, making it tough for anyone else to get in position.
From deep, George. Morris with the rebound. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. To the middle. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, once it got to crunch time, out came that killer instinct. They flat out dominated to put it away.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Beal. And it's Burke in for John Wall.
And steady from the free throw line. Morris has gotten there less since he's been shooting more threes.
Buries it from three-point range.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Not the strongest play defensively, though. I mean, he was taken out by that screen far too easily.
Oubre sets the screen for Burke. Morris a screen, shot off the pick. That one falls coming off Burke's feed. And the Wizards lead by 17.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
And on the road, they knew they might have to work a little harder. You could see it coming, even in warm-ups, that they would be giving maximum effort.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Markieff Morris. His performance was absolutely phenomenal tonight. Not only did he rack up a double-double, he inspired everyone around him to come up with plays for the win.
He took his rebounding to another level tonight, fellas. He was beyond good. I mean, he was, what's the word I'm looking for? That's right, stupendous. Great instincts, great intensity. It was all working for him.
I love the way how he was calling for the ball tonight. You could tell he was really feeling it. He started to score in a variety of ways, and he would not let the defense understand how to get to him.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.